Hey man, just giving you a quick call. I just wanted to let you know that you are so close, dude. You're so much closer than you think. A lot of these big goals that we've had and these big aspirations, they're right around the corner for you, dude. So you just cannot give up. So stoked for you to see this. P.S. We bought a Lambo. So keep going, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Bryson. This is the Bryson Everyday Project podcast. This podcast is a little bit different than other ones out there. Here, I only focus on documentation. I don't focus on quality or being professional or being entertaining. If that sounds like something you're interested in, I'd love for you to stick around and give the show a listen. You can also follow me on Instagram at BRQUSE. Thank you so much. Here's the show. Yo, what's going on? It is Saturday, June 14th, 9:57 a.m. I'm sitting here about ready to start another shift for another coach, so I wanted to share some thoughts. So I have been trying to lay the groundwork for making my own big template that I will sell, right? I hate saying that it's a template, but I guess it is, you know? I don't know. I feel like a template's like you buy a template and it's like how to track your habits or something like that. And it's a page worth and that's it. Dude, by the time this is all done, there's going to be hundreds of pages. There's going to be damn near 100 different databases as well. Through, it's so weird. Notion has different terminology. A page would be an item within a block. In a block, there can be unlimited blocks on is that a team space log page? Got to be a team space. I don't know. But yeah, there's just so much. And it's all linked together. Like, this is way more advanced than a template. I was actually looking up videos last night before I went to bed. And I typed in advanced AI tricks with Notion. And some of the shit that I was finding, I was like, that's not helpful. Or how is this advanced? Or this isn't even AI at all. And then, because, we got related videos and shit, things would pop up and it would say, try this Notion tip or whatever. And I click on it and it's like, how to use the table of contents or something like that. You just type in /TOC, enter, done. I don't know. I feel like I've quickly learned a lot about this. And so a lot of what I'm seeing now is just, I don't need to. It's kind of like if I were to Google something about fitness and it's like how to do a bicep curl. It's like, okay, I've been doing those for 12 years now. So I'm all right. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm just trying to learn more because I've realized, like, for example, this is going to sound so dumb, but on the Zoom call with Trey yesterday, I realized he pretty much made me realize that you can put the link inside the client's name, like hyperlink it. So we have right now it's currently Bob Smith, and then a new column, the link to Everfit or Trainerize. What we could have been doing this whole time is hyperlinking the name itself, so we don't have to have that column because you click on the name, it takes you to Everfit or Trainerize. And when we figured that out, I was like, "You're fucking shitting me." I don't want to say revolutionary, but in terms of, or in the context of what I'm trying to build here, that's pretty damn fucking cool. That's, yeah. And so I was really looking into that and I'm like, dude, I need to figure out everything that I possibly can before I start trying to build a big master template of everything. I don't want to call it a template. Call it a system. Before I start building this big ass system, I want to make sure that it is, to my knowledge, the most efficient and the best that it can be. And I don't not do things that are like that. Like, that's so simple. You just put the link inside the name, you save a column, it travels with the client wherever that's so fucking smart, dude. Other part of me thinks, I think we should have that column anyway, because it's, it's going to come in handy elsewhere. But I don't know. I was trying to actually make a button that will combine the two. I think the word is concatenate, but concatenate. Siri, what's the definition of concatenate?
Concatenate is a technical and formal term. It means Link things together in a chain or series.
Some way words may be concatenated such as certain sounds and such that certain sounds are... What's up with these definitions, bro? Dude, I looked this up the other day. I wanted to look up prosperous. I wanted to know the definition, and it gave me this horse shit. And this is so fucking stupid, and all dictionaries or all things word relating need to not do this. Siri, what's the definition of prosperous?
Prosperous means successful in material terms.
Oh, is it prosperity? Siri, what's the definition of Siri, what's the definition of Siri, what's the definition of prosperity? Is that what I just said?
Prosperity means
all right.
The state of being prosperous.
Do you think I know what the fuck prosperous means if I'm asking what prosperity is, bro? Oh my, dude, I like that circular definition. What's the definition of prosperity? Oh, it means you're prosperous. Hey, dude, do you think if I knew what prosperous means, I would be asking what prosperity meant? Fuck. That shit gets me hot and bothered real quick, dude. Oh, man. Did you turn it on and off again? It's the same level, dude. You think I fucking didn't try that? I don't know. Anyway. So there's a little side note for you. But anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about. I'm just laying the groundwork, trying to figure out how things are going to flow. And what's really helped is I got on my whiteboard yesterday and I just started writing everything out. And that was actually extremely helpful just to visualize my train of thought. And now, I've put it into Notion. So on the whiteboard, it looks like hell. And then I put it into Notion just like line by line. It looks good. And now I can just easily build that out. And yeah, I'm really just trying to gather as much as I can. So, okay, that's the other thing. So last night after the show, I actually spent about an hour making a hypothetical scenario on transferring stuff from one workspace to another workspace. And I have successfully done it. I have figured out how to do this so that I can transfer it and that it does link properly and that it doesn't fuck anything up. It is going to be a pain in the ass. Hold on. It's going to be very simple to make, but transferring, okay. Making it easy, transferring it easy, setting it up once it's transferred, that's going to be a bitch because in order for me to transfer it and have it not screw up, it all has to be in one, what we call a top level page, meaning you have the main folder or you have the main page and then everything feeds off of that main page. So I can link it and make it a subfolder or make it whatever, So it has to be in the main page. It cannot be in any kind of subfolder or anything below it. So that means I have to build my entire system on one page. And then when I transfer it, everything's good. Then I, disperse it, break it up, make the different pages, the different things for different people. So everything's not all in one big clusterfuck of one page. Because that's, I don't know. Maybe that'd be good to do that, actually. You click a button, it would take you to exactly where you need to go. I don't know, I like the different pages ideas. Seems cleaner. But I figured that out. I tested it, and I tested it very thoroughly. I made 3 different databases called 1A, 1B, 1C. And I made a relation in A to B. And then I made a roll-up once everything was done in A to C. So it went ABC, BCA, CAB. And then I made a D, and then I tried to transfer that after the fact that I had already transferred the first set and it didn't work as I expected it not to, which is kind of just reconfirmed that it all has to be one page, one transfer at one time. Then I unpack it, move it however I want. So knowing that now makes me feel a lot better. And there's proof right there. If you're worried about something, then if you can do something about it, then do something about it. If not, then don't worry about it. Speaking of which, there's this, I can't remember who said it or where it's from, but they said whenever you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed or whatever, just write down all the things that are causing you stress or that are causing you to worry or whatever, and then cross out all the things that you can't control. Everything that's left, do something about it, and then you get rid of your worries. It's something like that. The premise of it was cross out everything that you can't control, and usually you have nothing left because everything you worry about is outside of your control. So why worry about it? So It's something like that. I may have just fucked that whole thing up. Anyway, yeah, I tested it all out. And now I know how to do it. I was going to actually make a video, make a neato for myself. But I was like, as long as I just keep this in my database, like I'm fine. So my own private Notion, I'm just going to have to just start paying for that so I can start doing shit on it. It's so weird because on my phone, it's like I can't do a lot. It says my blocks are out of space. I'm out of space with blocks. But when I go on my computer, there's no problem. On the computer, dude, if I click on settings and if I go to upgrade, where the fuck are you? It says the free unlimited blocks for organizing every corner of your work and life. Unlimited blocks. On my phone, I've ran out. So it's got to be a mobile thing. It's got to be. In which case, they got me because I want to be able to use it on my phone as much as my computer. Well, more on my computer, but. And the kind of the other shitty thing is like I'm going to have to. This is so funny to say out loud, and I'm going to point it out, but like the shitty thing is I can't just do the $10 a month one. I have to do the $12 a month one. I have to do the $24 a month one because that has wait. No. Yeah, I was right. Wait. Yeah, conditional logic. So when I make these forms have conditional logic. And I think it's important. So here's what I'm thinking right now. So if I sell this to somebody, they're going to have to use the $24 a month one rather than the $10 a month one. So that doubles their monthly fee to use this. And so I had this idea of if I sell this for $5,000, then I would take what they would owe for a year, times that by their team, and then that would be a discount. So I would say, hey, it's $5,000, but we give you a discount on the first year based on how many teammates you have currently and how much that would be. So, for example, for easy math, if they have 10 teammates, what would the easy math be? If they have 12 teammates, no, that wouldn't be. Whatever. If they have 10 teammates and that, 10 people total on the team, that is 100 people a month, 10 times 10. And per year, that would be 1,200. So I would say, hey, this whole system is $5,000, but we have the discount in place to give you to pay for your first year of Notion using this. And so since you have 10 people on your team at $10 a month, that'd be $1,200. I thought about that. And I don't know if that's maybe the best way to go because if they did the business, that's $20 a month. And I would assume they would just pay it all outright up front. Or if they wanted to do monthly, I don't know. We'll just say it's 24. So let's get the calculator out for this shit. I don't know. So we have 10 people times 24. It's 240. 240 times 12. Would that be 3,600? The fuck is that? 2880. 2880 minus the $5,000 would be 2120. And I don't know, that just quickly takes a shit on my, So like the idea of that discount, I like it a lot. What if I just said the first three months of this shit was free for them, we'll pay for it. So that'd be the discount. So if they have that. Oh, by the way, that's if they have 10 people on the team. And what I've seen when I asked that question in the group seems like the most I've seen is 12, but on average, it's like 5, 6, 7. So that changes things up a little bit. But if I just said the first 90 days, even if I said the first 6 months. So if we have a team that's 7 people, 7 times 24 a month, 168 times a year, it's 2016. Oh wait, I just said not to do a fucking year, dude. What did I just say? 7 people on the team? I don't know. 7 people on the team times 24, 168 times 6. That's $1,008. So the price would go from $5,000 to $39.92. I'm cool with that. And it would just be to sweeten the deal. I'm just going off the book, man. Make an offer so... What the fuck? How to make offers so good people feel stupid saying no. No, I didn't just read that from the book that's sitting behind me on my desk. I have no idea what you're talking about. So I thought about that, and then I was like, I feel like that's so cheap because this whole thing is so fucking sick. Matter of fact, let's do this real quick. Dude, I have some fucking insight, and this is a perk for sure. I'm not going to sit here and say that I didn't get very fortunate to be literally in this group. But some guy asks, what sort of profit margin would you say we should be aiming for with a $50K a month business? And so I was like, oh, yes, tell me, because I could base some shit off of that. But I actually searched in the group, and people were just throwing around stuff. I don't know how real or reliable it is. The people were saying, at least 30% profit margin monthly. Anything less than that, it's kind of like, you got to fix something. Anything more than that's great. But ideally, you should be 40 to 60%. And I was like, okay, so if we just meet that in the middle, we'll just say it's 30. So we'll just say it's 30. 30% off of 50 grand would be 15,000. So 15,000 profit per month to pay, like you could pay for this system 3 times if it was 5 grand, which makes me feel like that's too cheap. Just like the level, just the caliber of this, the caliber of coach paying for this system, I want them to value it. I want them to use it the way it's intended to be used. And they're not going to do that if I say, hey, it's $4. You know what I mean? There's that whole thing. People who pay attention. And so, yeah, I'm also, kind of, I don't know, psyching myself out here. But a lot of coaches use a lot of other softwares as well, like Go High Level. But Mina and I decided that this was just going to replace Go High Level. So I was like, okay, is this going to go? I don't know. I just want to make sure that I'm thinking about things from all angles. I would hate to build something and be like, should have integrated this the whole time. Fuck. The beautiful thing, though, is if I really am building this whole thing out, I'm going to know the ins and outs of everything. So when it comes time to add or remove something, then I can just do that very simply. Simply, yes. Very tediously as well. I guess easily. I'd be able to do it very easily, but it would just be very tedious. I don't know. And then I thought, well, what if I make updates or changes to this? How would I get that to the coach? How would I, like if I make an update to it, if I come across something that's even better, how would I get that to the coach? And I don't know, dude. It's like if I make it once, whenever I sell it, it's like that's whoever buys it, that's what version they get. I really can't make an update to it or change things or whatever unless I physically go into their personal thing and change things around. I'm like, that's not really, I could do that. I mean, if I only have 5 people, then I guess I could do that. But I don't know, dude. A lot of things to think through here. I don't know. I'll have to look more into Notion. I don't like the idea that I would be building this off of another company's software. But I guess that's a reason to use software. And I was also thinking about this. I was like, I've always wanted to code so that I can make my own shit. I think Notion gives me a lot of freedom to do exactly that, to make my own shit. And I think that's why I'm just thriving right now, because I want to make my own shit, and this allows me to do just that. It does things that I would rather it not do, but what the fuck do I know? This is one hell of a mammoth of a software company. I can't imagine the coding that goes into this. It's probably millions of lines of code, probably tens of millions. But yeah, anyway, I'm just thinking through all the different things. But shit, dude, if I'm selling this for 10K a pop or like 8K a pop, god damn, dude, that's cool, That literally screams to me Lambo next year. You know what I mean? That's the ignorance in me, like I don't know, dude, if I sold 2 a month and if I never passed that, what the fuck is this? But yeah, if I made 2 a month, I never passed that. We'll just say it's $7 grand, it's 14 grand a month, 14 grand a month times 12. Was that 14 grand? Was it 168 or something? Yeah, 168,000. 168,000 a year. That's pretty cool. Couldn't buy a Lambo, but you know what I mean. If you want to get crazy, say I sold 10 a month. God damn, bro. How you doing? Bob's your uncle. Lambo City. The intro would quickly be realized as 29-year-old me calling me now, which is weird. Kind of all over the place with this show. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm just trying to think things through, trying to figure out the best. I don't know. Lots going on, and I just want to make sure that I stay on top of it, stay organized, and I get everything. Just really trying to think long term here with this, because if I make all this, but it's not easy to transfer, well, then fuck me. If I make all this, but it is easy to transfer, the coach is not going to get the same experience that I got when I'm making, I don't know. So this actually takes me back to the very first thing I wanted to talk about and why I wanted to record this is I'm trying to make flowcharts on everything for my own sake, but just kind of mind mapping, because doing that whiteboard shit was so helpful. So if I can just do that as I go with everything, I'll have kind of a cheat sheet, if you want to call it that, of how to do everything. So when I do give this away, people will know exactly how things work, and they'll know what to look for, not to mention it helps me cover all the boxes or check off all the boxes. Like, hey, they need onboarding. From onboarding, what do they need? They need this thing, they need this status, they need this field, they need to be able to see this. This needs to be able to be pumped to the renewals, and the renewals needs to. So like, I just need to map out the entire system, start to finish, where everything is, where it goes, how it operates, for different scenarios as well. Like, for example, we're going to have to make a system, a temporary system that, well, at least for me, so I can do it for the client. But when they transfer in all their clients, if somebody has 400 clients, they're not going to want to fill out 400 forms. They're going to want to just copy paste. Well, that's not going to work in the system the same way. So I'm going to have to make a specific temporary button to transfer everything to where it needs to go, and then delete it so that they don't fuck it up later. And that's going to be temporary. So that's going to be something that maybe I build into it, and then when I sell it in to show it to somebody, or when they buy it, then I do that and I transfer it, because the idea is like, it's done for you. You just give me the spreadsheets, I put all the information in, you're good to go, hopefully within, a day. I'm just really trying to think how realistic I could be with, like, hey, if you have a call, if you buy this before 10 a.m., this is fully functional in operation, a fully functional operation by the end of tonight. I don't know how that promise works. What if I have 2 calls? I don't know. I'm just trying to make the deal so fucking sweet that it's like, yeah, I of course, here's $3 million. You know what I mean? So it'd also be cool to, add that personal touch. And I think that would be killer, so people know that it's theirs and they feel a sense of like, this is mine. So I'd want to make graphics for them. So this is quickly becoming so much extra work the more that I want to sweeten the deal. Like, there's header images in Notion, and it just kind of makes the page look cool or whatever, and I would want to just make it so it's like, if their business is Bob Smith Fitness, I'd want to show Bob Smith Fitness with their logo on the pages that it needs to show that, so that when people come in here, when the employees come in here, it's like, yeah, this is ours. It's not just, great value, or the hell's the other one? Everyday brand. What's Target's? Good brand? Good? I don't know. What's Target's brand? Siri, what is Target's name brand?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT?
Okay, I forgot the T. It's all good. Wait. Duh. Target's name brand also gives a wide range. Good and Gather, Cut and Jack, Goodfellow. Am I thinking of Good and Gather? I don't know. Maybe. Using Kroger brand shit. I want it to be their brand. Customize it for them. Customize the colors and things like that. That honestly wouldn't take that long. It would just, hurry, make the logos, make the stuff, have the templates for it, just, cut and paste. I don't know. I got so many ideas. I'm going to write that down. But anyway, trying to build shit out as I go, trying to be very thorough with everything because, yesterday we just discovered that I can make the client's name a link. That's fucking sick. Also realized that we need a renewals database. Never once thought about that. That's a problem. I was looking at Trey's clients. He's got a couple clients that are, let me find it really quick. He's got a couple clients that they're on day. This person started, they're still with him. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, right here. This person is on day 1049. So they've almost been in his program for 3 years. If he renews in 6-month increments, this person is coming up on their 6th, I believe. And he's got a lot of people. This person's day 806. This is 592, 339, 446, 623, 446, 1572. This person joined in February of 2021. So that whole thing that I was talking about the other day about, how many renewals am I going to make? Like 5? No, I probably need to make like 30. Because just to cover my bases, better to have and not need than to need and not. It's better to need. It's better to have and not need than to need and not have. There you go. I've said that so much. Clearly because I fucked it up. But anyway, yeah, I just came across that yesterday. I was like, wow, we need renewals, don't we? Yeah, sure do. Fuck. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I got a lot to think about, a lot to siphon through. This is my cup of tea, though, dude. I love this stuff, but it's just mentally, it's like, you know what I mean? So I'll get it. Not worried about it. I am going to end the show for the day. If I have more stuff that happens later on, then you'll hear about it tomorrow. But I'm not trying to. I do this thing, dude. I'm like, Lexi's coming over at 5:30. Cool, I got time. And then it seems like I'm trying to shower, do a podcast, get dressed, tidy things up, and then work a 4-hour shift at 5 o'clock before she gets here. And then I'm like, why the fuck? So anyway, that's the show, guys. Thanks so much for listening. Very pumped about how things are going right now, and I couldn't be. I don't know, dude. I don't want to say I'm not excited, but it's just like I just want to keep going. And the thing that I've been thinking about the most is like hopping off the first sales call with this and landing my first ever high ticket offer. We'll call it $5,000. I don't know. And then me thinking, or just like on the call, after the call, like, oh, cool, thanks, man, appreciate it. Stoked, peace. Holy fuck! Like I just made $4,000 like that. Not even something that I have to maintain either, dude. I mean, like I want to have the weekly calls and the monthly shits. Anyway, I already said the show was over, so that's it. I'll talk about this more on another episode, but that's it. Thanks, guys. Peace.